How are we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. We are back for another week and I hope every single one of you have had a really good weekend. Now, of course, having a good weekend probably depends on who you support and what kind of result they had over the weekend. And on today's show, we're pretty much going to be looking back at all the results from the Premier League. We had a game on Friday, there were 4 on Saturday, and then there were 3 on Sunday.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right. Now, before we get started with today's show, I want you all to go over to the DTFC YouTube channel. It's very, very simple. Links will be in the description. Click that, go over there and watch our most recent game. And then, of course, let me know in the comment section what you thought about that game. What was your favourite goal? What was your favourite moment? And throughout the course of today, I will go over, I will look at some of the comments and I will interact with some of you. And most importantly, remember, if you have not already subscribed, make sure you do hit the subscribe button because we have so much content coming out over there. And we're right in the middle of the season. The cup matches are starting as well. Games are coming thick and fast. And if you enjoy what we're doing, then that is the place to see everything for DTFC. So links in the description. Get yourself over and get yourself involved. Now, let's take a look at the results from the weekend. And starting off with Friday night's game, Aston Villa against Leeds United. What a brilliant performance this was from Leeds United. Patrick Bamford with a hat-trick. Emi Martinez at fault for one of these goals. But Leeds, they have started so well to life in the Premier League. And the best thing I can say about Leeds United would be that they have no fear of any team in any way, shape or form. They've got one way of playing, which is expansive attacking football. And they don't care who they come up against. They're going to do it. And they're going to try it. And you've got to commend them for that. And to get a 3-0 win at Aston Villa, who were flying so far in the Premier League. And like I said, Bamford with a hat-trick. Scoring just before the hour mark. And then completing it within the space of 15 minutes. So a brilliant result for Leeds and not a great evening for Aston Villa. Going into Saturday's games. First one was West Ham against Manchester City. And this finished 1-1. Mikel Antonio scored a brilliant goal to give West Ham the lead. And then Phil Foden equalised for Manchester City. But West Ham, they've had some really, really tricky fixtures of late. And they've got themselves some brilliant results when you think about it. They've had the problems as well with David Moyes having to miss matches because of COVID. So they've done really, really well. And when you look right back to the victory from Arsenal against West Ham, you've got to kind of say that was maybe a good result given some of their recent performances. But yeah, the spoils were shared and one apiece. Fulham against Crystal Palace, and Fulham are in all kinds of problems already, and I don't think it's going to be long their stay in the Premier League. How long will Scott Parker remain in a job? Because the way they're going, it can't be long. They need to change something. Wilfried Zaha on the score sheet again for Crystal Palace. Kamara got sent off for Fulham near the end, and then Tierney scored a very late consolation goal, but too little too late. 3 points for Crystal Palace and another defeat for Fulham. The next game was billed as one of the big ones of the weekend. Manchester United against Chelsea, and it finished 0-0. How many times do you see this? You have a big build up to a game and it's just boring. I suppose the only real talking point of this game was whether Chelsea should have had a penalty. Harry Maguire was climbing all over Azpilicueta. How VAR never got involved and gave a penalty, I have no idea. What's the point in having VAR if you're not going to go and help the referee with certain incidents like this. This is surely what VAR was brought in to do, to sort these kind of things out. Because in real time, when I saw this, I could see why the referee missed it. It's happening so much, and it's, you know, one of those areas where everything's going on and it's difficult to see. But when you watch the replay, there's no excuses for it. None at all. But like I said, that's kind of the real talking point. Chelsea's goalkeeper had a really good game. But 0-0. A point apiece. Next game was Liverpool against Sheffield United. And Liverpool won this game 2-1. And again, I suppose VAR was the talking point. Sheffield United took the lead in 13 minutes from the penalty spot. And when I watched this as well, VAR gave the penalty. The tackle was outside the box. How on earth is somebody at VAR not watching this? You can see why the referees in this country had so many problems to begin with. Because you had an excuse not getting it right in real time. And, you know, we always said the referees would love to have the advantage of watching multiple replays of the incidents so they can get it right. Well, you're getting multiple replays of the incidents and you're still getting it wrong. It just shows referees in this country are incompetent. It's as simple as that. But Liverpool, Firmino scoring just before half time, and then Jota just after the hour mark, and that's 3 points for Liverpool. Going into Sunday's games, first one was Southampton against Everton. High-flying, unbeaten Everton, and Southampton win 2-0. And Everton weren't really at the races in this game. Ward-Prowse scoring just before the half-hour mark, and then Adams 5 minutes later. And Everton were also down to 10 men late on in the game. So not a great day for them. And a brilliant result for Southampton. Next game was Wolves against Newcastle United, and it finished 1 apiece. Jimenez looked like he had won the game for Wolves with 10 minutes to go. And then Murphy equalises in the last minute. Disappointment for Wolves, but a good point for Newcastle. Now we go into the last game of the day. Arsenal against Leicester. Leicester have never won at Arsenal in the Premier League. They're missing a whole host of players like Sionchu and Ndidi, Pereira. Jamie Vardy was on the bench, not fit enough to start, and they still win. Just absolutely mind-blowing. And again, I'm not going to blame this for the defeat, but there will be a refereeing incident that needs to be looked at. Arsenal scored in the opening 5 minutes, Lacazette header, and it was ruled out because apparently Granit Xhaka was in the line of Kasper Schmeichel whilst offside. Now, if that was the case, fair enough, those are the rules. But I've watched this back multiple times and he was not impeding, he was not in his way. He didn't block the path of Kasper Schmeichel. He didn't, get in the way of the shot or anything. It was a perfectly good goal, not given. Baffling. Absolutely baffling. And again, it boils down to incompetence. And I can't say no more than that. Arsenal really struggled in the first half. 11 shots, only 2 on target. And again, it was another team with these low blocks. And we just cannot break it down. Get to the second half and we were abysmal. Absolutely pathetic. Only 1 shot in the second half. Jamie Vardy comes on. We get caught once. And once is enough. The other substitute, Under, lays it across. Vardy's there. Free header. Unmarked. Open goal. 1-0. And it's just like that. That easy, that simple, and Leicester go and win the game. We didn't even look like threatening, to go and get an equaliser. We didn't pile players forward and try and get something and salvage a point. We just went out like... And it's just the same old boring rubbish. And it's just poor. Mikel Arteta's, you know, he selected a strong lineup. But that performance was just crap. Absolute rubbish. And given the injuries and everything else, that was a Brendan Rodgers masterstroke. And he'll be buzzing with 3 points. Because like I said, away from home, the couple of results they've had recently, losing to Villa and West Ham. And they've got 3 points. And they're going to go back to, you know, Leicester very, very happy. And Arsenal is back to the drawing board big time. So there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. Let me know what you think of today's games. Make sure you get over to the DTFC game as well and leave your comments like I said. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.